Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Yes. Well, let's begin. Well, thank you everybody for joining this session this afternoon. I'm super honored to be here. It's my first time in India, and it's been a wonderful visit so far. And thank you, Sanjam. I don't see Sanjam, for inviting me, Tenas, and the Maritime SheEO team for inviting me to be here today. So, and yes, welcome. I may be walking around, so good that I have the mic here too. So welcome again, everybody. Now, who am I to be speaking about dealing with imposter syndrome? Do I have an accent? Do I look different? Who am I? So I stand here with you, having trained over thousands of CEOs, Fortune 500 companies, done coaching, training, and have done trainings and corporate communication for over 20 years, with my company, FELIZ Consulting, for 10 years. And yet, do I feel the feeling of imposter? Yes, all the time. Now, this little girl sometimes knock on my head, the little girl from Brazil, who didn't speak proper English until she was 19, living in a middle-class family in small-town Brazil, moved to Hong Kong when she was 19, and this little girl is me. And that's my imposter story. Now, before coming to this big conference and speaking in India, I thought, who am I to be talking to a prominent audience in a big conference, 3 days, in India, Maritime SheEO, and I felt the voices. Do you belong? Did you earn the right to be here? Who are you to be talking about it? My friend called me the imposter expert, and I said, please don't say it out loud, right? So I want to ask you, how many of you have had voices like that in your head? Yes, can I please have a show of hands? Voices that tell you, I'm not good enough, or I don't belong, or am I prepared enough to talk at a conference, or to even speak up in a meeting, or to ask for a promotion, right? How many of you have had these voices in your head before? Can I please have a show of hands? Right. I'm glad, all of you. And I have to say, you're not alone, and this is a human condition. So, what is imposter syndrome? And you are not alone in this. 70 to 82% of people experience imposter syndrome at least once. So this is most of us in this room, not a small number of people. 90% of top performers experience it at work, according to Harvard Business Review. So this is not a flaw. This is a sign of a high performer, somebody who cares, who wants to do well. Women are disproportionately affected due to societal expectations and lack of representation. And many times it's even worse in certain groups. So we are not alone. The data is real. Now, what is imposter syndrome? What are we talking about? So it's a psychological pattern where individuals feel doubt of their accomplishments, fear of being exposed as a fraud. They're going to find out I'm not good enough. Feel their success is undeserved, or say, oh, I just got lucky. In simple terms, you feel like a fraud and you're terrified you'll be found out. So early on, I met somebody in the restroom, and I said I was the one speaking about imposter syndrome. She's like, oh, I have this. And I said, we all do. It's a big club. Welcome to this big club, right? You are not alone. And there is also a big impact on performance, which can act up in different ways. One, it could be overworking. 60% sacrifice personal time to prove their worth, according to a LinkedIn study. 3 times more likely to experience burnout. We just had a panel discussion on mental health and AI. Or people may fall into the procrastination pattern, which is 52% delay tasks due to perfectionism. I won't start until I can do it flawlessly, mindset cycle. Or we fall into avoidance. 75% of executive women report having avoided key career opportunities due to imposter syndrome. 40% hesitate to apply for promotions despite qualifications. So here we have young cadets, new graduates. We have people who have been in the field for years, experienced leaders, right? We all experience it. Sometimes it's, oh, I'm not applying for the job because I don't feel I'm good enough. So then we avoid, or we procrastinate, or we overwork to the point that we burn out. We don't sleep and we don't perform. So the research is real, the impact is real. Now, what can we do about it? I wish I had a magic pill, and that would be like, oh, I'll take it and would have no imposter syndrome. There is no such a thing. We all have it, and that's okay. Because what if we look at imposter syndrome as a gift of being human, of having flaws, of caring, of being perfectly imperfect, and that is okay. And I want to share 2 gifts that have helped me and my clients along their journey. First one is the gift of, does anyone want to guess? Anyone? The gift of humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. C.S. Lewis. So in my journey, learning English, living in a foreign country, I was at the University of Hong Kong at age 19, not knowing anyone, looking different, being different, not fluent, but I was humble to ask questions, to put myself out there. So it keeps us grounded, open to learning, open to growing. So for the leaders in the room, humility isn't a weakness, it's a bedrock of trust, psychological safety, and confidence. The person who thinks they know everything and is on the top of the game, we better be aware of them, because it is a balance of humility and the gift of humility. Also, I want to share, poet Maya Angelou said, I have written 11 books, but each time I think, oh, they're going to find out now that I'm not good enough, right? And her work made with so much humility and so much human connection was where her confidence lied. The second gift is the gift of diligence. So how can we still be humble but work hard, prepare, plan, and dedicate? Again, being young, speaking little English in a different environment, I had to work twice as hard to become better, to prove myself, but also to work on myself and with self-love too, that I could do it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one small step, Lao Tzu. So taking one step at a time, we get better and we move on. Now, having done trainings and coachings to top firms and being in this conference for over 20 years, it started with that one little step with that one little girl in Brazil. So, Michelle Obama, I still have a little imposter syndrome. It never goes away, that feeling. What do I know? We all have doubts in our abilities. If Michelle Obama has these feelings, I think we're allowed to have these feelings too. And imagine what has she done with these feelings, right? And we can all do. We can believe in ourselves, and with humility, with diligence, we can do so much and keep moving forward. So remember the gifts, humility and diligence, and keep it all going. Now, it's all good to be thankful for our gifts, but gratitude itself won't get us to move forward. So there is a very simple yet powerful framework I want us to remember, which is the 3R, which is 1, recognizing the voice. The voices we all have, the imposter voice. We have one too many. And then we do the 2, which is reframe. Reframe the narrative. And I'll share some of the tools that can help us in reframing it. And then reclaim our story with all our challenges, ups and downs, and show up the best we can. So how do we recognize the voice? How do we recognize our voices? So I want you to reflect. Do we have different voices in our head? Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe many. Are these inner voices kind to us, or they're usually harsh? You know, you're not good enough, you didn't prepare, are you sure you can do it? Why did you do this and that? And what can we do about them? So I actually have a voice in my head, and she has a name. Oh, my voice name is called Margaret. right? So Margaret is here, and sometimes she's like, oh, why are you doing this, Monica? And I just keep doing. Sometimes I tell Margaret with humility, thank you for showing up, Margaret, to keep me humble. And other times I tell her, just bugger off, stop annoying me. I'm not gonna listen to you. But I honor the voice. I just don't attach to it, right? The voices come and go. We don't need to attach. They can come and we can let go. So I wanna ask you, which voices resonate with you? Research usually labels 4 to 5 voices. Tomorrow I'm doing a workshop for a smaller group. We'll talk about 5 voices. But I believe there are even more than 5 voices, more than 4. So which one may resonate with you a little bit more? Number 1, the perfectionist. If it's not perfect, it's a failure. I'm glad to see so many taking photos. This is amazing. Second, the expert. I can only start when I know everything. Think of the expert as the perfectionist on steroids, right? Okay, I need all the information. I need to have all the content. Then I'm okay. Are we really okay, ever? Or then the third one, the soloist. Asking for help means I'm not good enough. We cannot grow by ourselves. We need to ask for help. Mentoring programs, allyship programs, leaders, managers, friends, family. The natural genius voice. If I struggle, I'm not cut out for this. Struggle, failure, is part of the journey, and it's about embracing it. So I want to ask you to think about it. Take a moment and identify at least one situation where your imposter has been loudest recently. When was it? Name it to yourself. Name this other voice. Is it Margaret? No. You can call it anything, right? And what do you hear? Is it kind to you? Right? Or can it be kinder? So that's the first thing, is identifying, recognizing this voice. Noticing, acknowledging, recognizing, but don't attach. Then, to grow yourself, you must know yourself. That's how it all begins. Now, second R is reframe. How do we reframe the narrative? So, first, we become a more positive mental debater. And then we build an evidence log. So how do we do that? Instead of when the thought coming, I'm a fraud on this project, I'm not good enough, or am I really prepared? We reframe with a positive framing and 3 pieces of evidence that proves the contrary. So with my experience here coming, I thought, okay, I'm not good enough. No. I got this, Monica. I'm worth it. I prepared for it. I have done workshops for over 150 people to Hong Kong Stock Exchange, to senior lawyers, to law firms, to banks. I got this. I've prepared, I've researched, I've read, and I'm here showing up to the best of my abilities. But we must reframe to ourselves so we know where we are and how to become a positive mental debater and build an evidence log. And then I would like you to have a little exercise in your groups, not in your groups, with your neighbor. First is, think of a small or big win, a recent personal or professional success you're proud of but haven't celebrated. What is it? Can be big or small. I spoke up in a meeting, I delegated a task, I asked a question, whatever it is. And then I want you to share with the person next to you. And then I want you to reflect, was it hard to claim your win? Or what would it take for you to own it fully? Am I already up on 20 minutes? Oh my gosh, where did the time go? So I'll let you to reflect after because time is running out, right? But please reflect, please share. And remember these 3 R's. The 3 R's, which is reclaim your power and your own story, which is the third one. So recognize, reframe, reclaim. How do we reclaim? Integrate your own journey, embrace your path, including challenges and detours. Remember the power of yet. I met a student earlier on, and I asked her, have you done this before? She said, not yet. Yet is a powerful word as we develop and as we grow and we deal with imposter syndrome. So I ask you to use more of that word. And your signature story, your perceived weakness, is your proven strength. With me, my accent, not being a native speaker, being in Hong Kong, that's part of my journey, and that's where I am right now, and I'm proud of it. So remember the 3 R's. So when the imposter speaks, you now have a process. Remember your gifts, humility, diligence. And the 3 R's, recognizing the inner voices, reframing the narrative in a more positive and with your evidence log, and reclaiming your power and your own unique story. So your seat at the table isn't waiting for you to become perfect and have everything figured out. It's waiting for you to show up exactly as you are, with all your flaws, all your imperfections, with your gifts, with everything. And that's how it should be. So when their imposter comes and tries to hold you back, ask your imposter to take a back seat, because from now on, you are the one driving forward. So I thank you, everybody. I leave you with a final quote. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Maya Angelou. And I leave you, besides a quote from my favorite poet, I leave you with this question. What is at least one thing you will do differently and a little bit better after today as you drive forward, as you deal with the imposter syndrome? So think about it, share it with somebody in this conference in these 3 days, and please stay in touch. So thank you, everybody, for having me. Thank you.